Little Rock, Arkansas, please make some noise for Josh Johnson!
I don't know if y'all heard, and I am not an expert. I'm still learning facts about what happened as it's happening, okay? But this whole like Signal group chat thing is one of the, it's truly one of the more insane stories I've seen in a while. Because look, let's be clear with one another, okay? I can only pass so much judgment because I'm not good with two things: phones and secrets. Don't tell me a secret. Don't. You know, I try to be a good friend, and sometimes being a good friend comes with people trusting you with their secrets, and I wish they wouldn't. I really wish they wouldn't, because okay, as an example, I have a friend who she went to Barbados, and I don't think she was drinking or anything, but they drive on the other side of the road and stuff, and she came back from that trip. I try to be a good friend. I asked her how her day's going. I asked her what her trip was like, you know, just inquiring about her life, trying to make a memory together. Oh, it wasn't so funny when I told you that story about ha ha ha, right? And so sure enough, I asked her how was the trip, and she looking shell shocked. She like, huh. I'm like, hey, you okay? What happened? And she was like, I was driving at night and I forgot which side of the road I was supposed to be on. I just felt a thump, and then I didn't know what to do, so I just kept driving, and now I just know that. Even if I wanted to turn her in, I don't know who to call or anything. I'm like, hey, anybody hit recently? By a woman driving on the wrong side of the road? And not only do I not know what to do with that, because I was trying to be a good friend, I was trying to listen, right? That was a mistake. Not only do I just know that now, but I just told all of you. Like, don't trust me with a secret. I'm also not great with phones. I'm really not. It's embarrassing. You know, I have Gen Z friends who look at me like I'm super old because I don't know what anything is. And then it doesn't help that anytime they helping me download a new app or get on a new game or something, I don't know what happens to you. I used to judge people that were older than me so hard, but I don't know what happens to you when a young person is showing you something and you just can't seem to keep your mouth closed. They're showing me how to do it, and I'm like, uh-huh. I'm not old enough for tongue yet, but that's coming, you know? I used to show my granddad stuff. He'd be like, oh. Ain't no way. And so they're showing me how to use stuff on my own phone, and I can't keep my mouth closed, so I know I'm not good with phones. Okay? I be handling my phone. You'd be ashamed of me. You saw me on a day with my phone, flashlight on half the time. Out here struggling, wondering why the battery died. They don't make them like they used to. They don't make them at all like these. I also talk about how they used to make phones. That's how I know I'm also getting older. I remember other phones. They don't make them like they used. That battery used to last through the full week. Meanwhile, I'm spotlighting my feet. Look like my feet are on patrol. No, it's insane. And so they're showing me stuff with the phone. I'll be honest with you, I didn't know what signal was. When I saw the story break and I saw that all of these higher ups, all these people who are supposed to be handling sensitive information at all times, classified information at all times, were using Signal. They were using the Signal app. In my head, this is how bad it is. In my head, I was like, well, didn't the government isn't that the government app? Like, weren't they just using the government app? And then someone explained to me that Signal is just like American WhatsApp. And I was like, oh, that is bad. That is bad. I'm all for modernization, too. I'm all for keeping things as modern as possible and learning new stuff. I love when these Gen Z kids are, yeah, that is a loud one. I was trying to, I didn't know what would be ruder, you know what I mean? Like, because I almost said bless you, but then I was like gonna call attention to it, but y'all are like too polite. That is crazy. I was gonna try to talk a little louder, gloss over it and everything, but y'all really at home together. I think that's beautiful that y'all could be like in the mezzanine, bless you! Yeah. No, I genuinely, when they're showing me stuff, I really appreciate it. I enjoy learning new things and everything. Sometimes I'm intimidated by how much I don't know about a program, but baby steps, you learn stuff. And when I heard that they were doing all this stuff on Signal, I was like, maybe that's too modern. Whatever happened to a phone call? Do you know what I mean? In the movies, aren't they always on the phone doing this? Where they're like, yeah, strike. Like that. You get taken less seriously as a country when you over here calling bomb strikes with emojis. Do you know what I mean? When they make the movie of America Now and you're in it, you don't want to be in it going bloop, 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 bloop. Because everybody old, so they got the phone on loud, and so it's all the, you know, because you keep it on loud when you type in when you old and everything. I do anyway. Like, yeah. You know what I mean? Way less badass than like, yes, okay. 1,600 hours, all right. Mission go. Like that's at least in that Top Gun Maverick world. Imagine, when I saw Top Gun Maverick, I was like, I get it now. I get it. A part of me was like, I get it. And Top Gun Maverick did a great job of like not saying which country they were killing people from or anything exactly. You know, it's kind of Russian, but like, is it really? And then sure enough, John Hamm standing there. That last sequence, they about to fly off that mission. You worried about Tom Cruise and everything. It's like, hey, these kids are his responsibility, you know? You worried about Rooster. Is he gonna rise to the occasion, you know? He gonna feel his daddy's footsteps. And then John Hamm standing there, arms crossed, and he just goes, send them. That is wild. Imagine if that movie was just John Hamm being like, tick, 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 bloop. I'm sorry, I'm getting a call real quick. Oh, they got away. And so there's all the talk around it as well. It's so hard to understand any story that comes out now because the spin is as fast as we disseminate the information. You know? So as soon as we were even hearing about this, there were people that were like, actually, they leaked that on purpose. They added this journalist to the group chat on purpose so that they could look like such a cohesive administration, and then he would leak it, and then they'd be like, yeah, we all friends. Because if you're not familiar with what happened, there was a strike that was being planned in Yemen, right? And there's a journalist that accidentally got added to the group chat, and the people in the group chat are like J.D. Vance and some heads of like intelligence and Pete Hegseth and stuff like that. And no one at first was really owning up to who added him. We later find out that I'm pretty sure Walls added him, and it This journalist didn't even think that it was real. It was so dumb. When it happened, this dude, you know, I'm assuming, because he's also a bit older. No. And he said he didn't know it was real until they actually bombed Yemen. And then he, you know, comes forward with, hey, they sent me these plans. He had already left the group as well. When he realized, yeah, I mean, you're not supposed to be in the room. In the room like, oh. Let me go ahead and notify the right people. Because I've been added to a group chat before that I wasn't supposed to be in. It happens, you know? You just type in these random numbers, add people to the chat. One time, I was chilling on Saturday. Because I'm also. Open it up, and it's just like 6 numbers and just one text. So they clearly just started it. And it says, you coming? I could have been a good person. I could have let them know, hey, everybody, wrong person in here. I don't recognize any of these numbers. I don't think y'all know me, but have a blessed day. But I didn't do that. That day, evil did win. And so, you know, you coming, we're waiting on you, right? And so I was like, trying to make up my mind. And then they text back in all caps, what? With an exclamation point and a question mark and an exclamation point. What? And I was like, yeah, I'm not sure about it. I don't know if I feel like it today. And they were like, we are all waiting on you. We're all waiting on you right now, right? And I was like, yeah, okay, let me get things together. And sure enough, I was watching TV and I forgot that I was doing this, so some time did pass. And finally I got another text. I was like, hello, all caps, question mark, question mark, question mark. So they mad. And I was like, oh, sorry, traffic. And they text back, traffic with a question mark. I'm like, yeah, it's crazy out here. they text back, aren't you upstairs? And admittedly, that was too big of a swing to take, you know? So I was like, oh, yeah, you know, I'm in traffic, like, in my mind. Like, I'm just... There's just too much going on right now. And they were like, come down here now, right? And then I text back, what if I don't feel like it? And then they text me, we've been waiting on you, only you, this entire time, and the wedding is in an hour and a half. And so I text back, I don't love him, right? And I see bubbles, right? I see the 3 bubbles going. That bubble is furious. It's disappearing a little bit of whoop, and then like coming right back. So in my head, they cursing me out, right? And then it finally comes through, and it's just 3 letters. It's, who? And I was like, okay, thank goodness. That was too big of a swing to take. I'm glad that I'm not the bride. And I still don't know who I am in the group. And so now I'm like, hey, because now I'm curious. Now I'm more curious than I am worried about being caught. And genuinely, I was like, why didn't they just, like, if we in the same house, why didn't they just yell? Like, why didn't they? Like, most families would just be like, come on down. Why are you texting? So then I text, don't even respond to the who. I just text, how big is our house? Because to me, this must be the Home Alone house. If they are texting me, and I've been upstairs this entire time, and they waiting this long, it must be such a big house. No one can be bothered to walk up. And they text back, how big is our house? With a question mark. I'm like, yeah, how big is it? And then they text, are you not at your apartment? I was like, okay, downstairs does make sense now. It makes sense why they wouldn't come up. Okay, I get you. Everybody is on point except for me. I understand now. And so then I text back, look, yeah, I've thought about it. I've thought it over. And I just don't feel like coming, right? Quickly text back, it is your sister's wedding and you will support her. And I text back, nah, dog, right? And I knew I messed up because they tried to call me, right? Finally, I had to be like, okay, look, I'm not your relative with a question mark. I'm just like a random guy. I was just joking. But yeah, you should probably text whoever you think you're texting because they were very late. And I just see bubbles, 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 gone, bubbles, bubble, gone, bubbles, bubbles, gone, 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 bubbles, bubbles, bubble, gone. And I know I'm getting cussed out. Like it's bubbles, bubbles, gone, bubbles, gone. And then finally the message comes through and it says, I don't have time to deal with you today. But please believe when I have the time, I will be addressing you thoroughly. I've never heard a threat like that before. Thoroughly. And so I text back, you text me. So, when it comes to the Signal chat, I'm just glad it didn't happen to me. Because I would have made things infinitely worse. They would have been like, we're go for strike in Yemen. I'm like, hey. Y'all ever ate there though? Like, some good spots. Why don't we just let the plane take a day off? Like, chill. They'd be like, who is this? And I'd be like, y'all text me, all right? Asking me who this is. That's like one of the top 5 Southern pet peeves is like calling the wrong number, and you called the wrong number, and then you're like, who is this? And they're like, you called me. Explain yourself. Who are you? You the one in my house right now with your voice? You're the intruder. Explain yourself. And so, you know, there's this whole thing. We still don't even know the half of it of what's been going on with Signal, because we also don't know how long they've been using Signal. We don't know why they weren't using more secure methods. And then through, I'm pretty sure, a German publication, they find that some of the top brass in the government are being so unserious with their data that they were able to deliver messages just from personal emails, old emails, and I don't know, man, this is pretty bad. You know what I mean? I didn't recognize how bad it was, and I think a lot of the general public don't really feel like it was that bad, because people say it's a successful mission. That's why some people think the leak was on purpose, because it's like all they did was leak a successful mission. And it's like, morality aside of what a successful mission means for a country that, I don't know, like, has anybody checked? Are we at war with Yemen? I don't know. Mission success, like, but you bombed. Why? You didn't even explain why. I feel like no one's even asking why. They're just like, man, do you see that they text the wrong number? And so you have these people appearing before Congress getting grilled by Democrats, which just doesn't really mean much, if we're being honest. Like, getting grilled by Democrats is like getting grilled by a step parent. It's like, you're not my real... But what are you gonna do though? What are you gonna do about it? It's like the first time you get big enough to really step to your dad, and you know you should do it, but you're like, what you gonna do though? I'll show you how to use your phone, old man. I'm training you now. We the same height. No, it's truly devastating. It's bad because never mind the fact that there are so many leaks, so many breaches, so much hacking going on, but there are still, like, you know, potentially entities from other countries that have infiltrated through other hacks that we forgot about because we get hacked so much we don't really care. I knew a dude when I was growing up that had his house robbed so much he moved and didn't tell anybody but left some of the stuff so they would only rob that place. Bit by bit consistently. And it feels like that's what we do with our data. We're like, they're gonna get it. Let's just parcel it out. You know? And so you see these officials appear before Congress and people all of a sudden are getting a very abstract interpretation of what war plans are. Because they're being asked point blank by journalists, like, what are those war plans? And they were like, For a group that I'm telling you, I'm positive despises poetry majors. I know for a fact you hate liberal arts, but when they asked you to your face that they were war plans, it's like, what is truly? What is truly an outline of actions, if not enacted upon? Be fit for me? To speak truly of what war is. Does war not start in the soul? War as a concept is all around us. Love is war. Pain is war. Life is truly war. Yeah, but the text message where they said the date and the time and where the pilot was gonna be are those war plans. What does it mean to have a plan, you know? As Mike Tyson once said, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. As the old Southern proverb goes, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Got asked in front of Congress point blank. This was a huge mistake, right? I'm pretty sure it was Walls, maybe it was somebody else, but he was like, no. All right, bro. Okay, do you? Oh. Because I wish I knew enough about how intelligence works, and I wish that I knew enough about how strikes work to explain fully how bad this is. But I think we know. I think we as a society kind of know as soon as you hear the whole story, like, that doesn't sound great. You wouldn't want someone to plan a surprise party like that. Imagine. Your friends try to get you together, and they talking about you so much that one of your friends accidentally adds you, and it's like, well, he's right here. Doesn't that kind of ruin the entire party? No. So much around phones that people don't understand. There was one thing, I didn't understand this until recently. I didn't know that you don't know, you have no idea who you are to a woman until you know how you're saved in her phone. Guys, every man in here, we are not ready for the names, for the shorthand. You know how when you save a name, it goes first, last, company? They using that line too. We are not ready to find out how we are saved in the phone. Telling, that's what telling is. I wish I was wrong. I wish it was just me. I wish it was just me getting bullied in other women's phones. These are my friends. These are people I've known for years, and then they saved me some type of way and just never changed it. Years ago, this is why I first had a hunch. Years ago, I I was with a friend, and we were hanging out. This has to be like 12, maybe even 15 years ago. We were hanging out, and she lost her phone. So she was like, can you call it for me? And so I call it. And look, we had never been romantic, you know? And we had decided a long time ago to just be friends, right? You know, and just calling. I'm hearing a little. And then I find it in between the couch cushions, and my name saved at her phone was Nope. Guys, we're not ready. There's no world where we're ready for how we are saved. And okay, all right. Some of them are so accurate as well that it's like you'll never recover. Okay, I had a friend who, she was hooking up with this guy, and I guess it was a running joke between her and her friends. This is insane. To me, this is insane. It's not my joke. This is what I saw. This is what I saw because I was being nosy, because I was like, I can't be the only one. I needed to not be the only one, because Nope lasted. That stayed with me, okay? So I was like, let me see what other people are saying, right? And they say this one guy in her phone, and it just said, Little Hitler. And I was like, can you please explain why Little Hitler is calling you right now? Their reasoning for naming, their reasoning was he had kind of a comb over that was a little messy. I was like, hey, you went straight to Hitler? What's wrong with y'all? There was one time where I was out to lunch with a friend, and her phone was going off, and it was facing up, and I wasn't trying to be nosy this time. I felt vindicated. Nope, it's not Hitler. And so I was like, it could be worse. And so her phone was going off, and then finally she went ahead and flipped it. But when she flipped it, she showed it for a second, and I looked, and it said in the phone, saved in her phone as bed bugs. And so I was like, I'm not trying to be in your business or anything. I'm not trying to. I saw when you flipped it over, because you had flipped it, because I didn't, because I wasn't looking until you flipped it until it was like this, and I was like, what's that over there? And so I didn't see until you flipped it that you had him say as, do you know who is bed bugs? And she was like, just this guy. I was like, does he have bed bugs? And no. He doesn't have bed bugs at his place. She called him bed bugs because she slept with him one time and can't get rid of him. And so when Walls is like, hey, sometimes people get added to the group chat under a different name, under a wrong name. Hadn't that ever happened to you? And then the nation was kind of like, no, I don't think it has. Not like that, not exactly, unless you have them saved different. You know what I mean? Unless you have this journalist saved as like War Buddy. I don't know why you would accidentally add him to the chat. It's one of the first major screw ups of the administration where they themselves are actually like, uh-oh. oh no. Look, we didn't add him by accident, because I don't know if you saw this, but we didn't add him by accident, okay? He hacked in. Yeah, this dude hacked in. They ran with it for a day and then it died. Because when you look at the journalist, I'm not trying to make fun of him, but he doesn't look like he really hacking like that. Like that. I know he got glasses, but not everybody with glasses hacks, all right? Jeez. And so now, they've been ordered by a judge to provide all of these backdated Signal chats that they're definitely gonna delete. Like, when I heard that, I was like, oh, come on now. That's like in one of those sitcoms, and the woman asked the guy for his phone, and he's like, yeah, just give me 20 minutes. It's like, yeah, that's what they're gonna do. No, it's insane. And it's like, successful mission, but by what metric? Why did we bomb Yemen? I still don't know. I would keep asking, but I'd probably disappear. Curiosity killed me. And then when they were asked, like, okay, but you're definitely switching things up now, right? Like, you've learned from this mistake, and you're gonna move on, and you're not gonna use Signal anymore. And they, under, I think, oath, went, nah, dawg, nah. Pretty bad. Welcome to the Josh Johnson Show. I'm Josh Johnson, joined by my co-host and fellow stand-up comedian, Logan Nielsen. Logan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm very full right now.
You're very full? What were you eating?
Both on life and this curry, and it oof. like all my movements feel off. It's really slowing me down.
Did you eat like a lot of it, or is it just like a dense curry?
So not only did I eat a lot of it, I ate it quickly because I knew we were going to record. And so then I was finishing up something else and then wolfed down these 2 bowls. And I mean, I really burned my mouth too. Like it was a trial.
I'm sorry, man.
I mean, I'm sure I'll recover, but also, woof.
I would hope so. If you didn't, there's something very wrong with you. If your mouth never heals. You remember in Chicago, I know you do, but Blaze Pizza?
Yeah.
It's for people that don't know, Blaze Pizza is basically Subway, but for pizza.
But also better.
But better.
You can't
absolutely.
do them like that.
No, I'm just saying, but it's that general idea of you're going down a line, having it made in front of you, adding what ingredients you want, and then they put it in the brick oven right there.
Yeah.
And it cooks like that. That place, I was able to get into the habit of every time I went there, because they bring it right out of the oven, they call your name, and then you have your freshly baked pizza. And everyone, the first time they go there, they immediately dig in and burn the shit out of their mouth. So I started getting in the habit. I'd go there with new people, and then we'd sit down, and they'd all like start getting ready, and I'd go, nope, wait a second. It's gonna hurt. And I would just make everyone at their table just sit for a second. I'm like, trust me. You're going to want to trust me on this. I've hurt myself too many times on the fresh pizza.
You just put up a caution light right in front of their plate.
Well, I have a little timer, a little egg timer that I set for like 2 minutes.
There's nothing that like
in.
makes you feel like an idiot more than burning your mouth more than once on your food. Because the first time is like, look, that could get anybody. All right, anybody can get got with that. Because it didn't burn your hand, so why would it burn my mouth, right? Yeah. But when you burn yourself that third time, you have to wonder, like, should I be able to vote?
No, man, but you nailed it. It was like third time. But like the first time I went, I was like, oh my God, that's so hot. The second time was like, oh God damn it, I did it again. And then by the third time, you're just like, I need to learn. I need to be smarter than the pizza.
Yeah. Because even when you pick it up, when you burn yourself that third time, you start to you really change your perspective on a lot of things. Like you nailed it with the I need to be smarter thing, but I've also been like, how many more times am I going to burn myself? Like, because once I burn myself the third time, I'm like, I think I'm going to keep burning myself. I think I just don't know what hot is until it's been in my mouth too long.
Right. Yeah.
So no,
do I understand temperature?
Yeah.
Now I always thought I knew what hot and cold were, but now I'm wondering, do I know it?
Yeah. I mean, Blaze Pizza is
well, that's even called Blaze. It warns you.
Yeah, they tell you ahead of time. I'm sure
this before Blaze,
before Blaze, they were probably called like Robachinos or something, and they were like, everyone is burning themselves.
Everybody's immediately burning their mouths. We need to start calling ourselves. How about blister mouth pizza? No, 2 on the nose, a little gross.
Yeah. What about char mouth? And it's like that just sounds
like a Pokemon.
Yeah, and then they were like, how about Blaze?
Blaze, there we go. Come on.
Blaze sound good?
Yeah. Sounds like an American Gladiator.
Okay. All right.
Do. Because our pizza will punch you in the fucking mouth.
Because I'm telling you, man, I there's nothing. There are certain things that just truly, this goes without saying, but there are some foods where it is not worth burning your mouth for. Because I have burned my mouth at a Subway.
Really?
Yeah,
I've never gotten anything from Subway, even after they put it in the oven, that stays hot enough to even burn me.
Oh, dude, I don't even know what was happening. So the bread isn't bread, right? So the bread is already a lie.
What do you mean that the bread isn't bread?
The bread isn't bread, all right? The bread is coming through with falsehoods. The bread is coming through with lies. The bread is coming through with treachery.
You really need to say more than that, though. What do you mean the bread is
How am I saying more words and you're not understanding more?
Because the more words you're saying are just synonyms. I mean, why? What do you mean the bread isn't bread? Is it artificial?
Every country besides us knows that bread isn't bread. There are other countries where they've been like, hey, that's not a sandwich.
Right.
Don't lie to people.
That I stand by that. It's not really a sandwich.
Yeah. So then the bread is just an abomination. So then you get the bread, right? And the contents of the bread are so mysterious and elusive that I swear to you that I've had some Subway bread that did taste like bread. Then I've had other bread that was like, guys, this is glue. This is just bad. And so I got a Subway sandwich. I had them toasted. And then when it came out, it might as well have been magma. It would still look like bread, right?
Right.
But it was hot to the touch. It was still kind of soft, so it didn't toast. Like as hot as it got, it didn't toast. It almost like it was almost like it reversed back into hot dough because I was just holding this soft.
Put it through again, it'll just be flour and egg.
Yeah. I feel like if he had put it in for 2 more minutes, it would have just been a bunch of yolks on top of some lettuce. And so then I'm holding the Subway sandwich.
Do you even use eggs in bread?
Oh, do they? I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking crazy.
No, I'm the one who brought up eggs.
I feel like they use 1 egg because the flour.
Because the flour.
All right. Well, I was trying to help you, but no. I'm going to move on.
I'm just gonna wrap it up real quick. So then basically,
You think for how much British Bake Off I'm watching, I'd know what goes into bread, but I don't. I just know they go, I've got to get in the proofer right now, otherwise it won't be ready to knead. That's all I know.
It might be water and flour.
I think it's water and flour. I don't know if they put eggs.
I mean, maybe that's why I'm no person to judge, because I don't actually know what goes in bread. I just know that Subway bread isn't bread.
Can't wait for the emails about how to make bread.
Yeah, right? Anyway,
here's what bread is, you
into
dipshits. Yeah, go ahead.
And it burned me so fully. It burned me. It was one of the first burns that I got of food where I actually tried to spit it out. Because you know how when you burn your mouth, you try to you almost cough out the steam because you're just
Right.
all that stuff. And I didn't do any of that.
If you close it in, it gets hotter, so you have to just leave your mouth kind of open.
Right.
Give it a little steam shoot.
I didn't do any of that. I bit it, burned myself, and then just let it fall out of my mouth. And it took way too long to fall out of my mouth. This was not bread. This was insanity. Yeah. And so then I felt like it was so bad that I wanted to make a big deal out of it, but I didn't want to end up like the hot coffee McDonald's lady. You know what I'm talking about? Remember they handed her the hot coffee and she burned her whole midsection because the coffee was dangerously hot.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like what this bread was. It was you shouldn't be serving bread at that temperature.
Right.
All right. So then already that was your first mistake. Then you didn't even give it a second to cool. You just cut it and handed it to me. And I could feel how hot it was through the paper. And I was like, he just served me hot metal. And so then, it was my fault for biting into it, but I immediately tried to spit it out. But it was coming out of my mouth too slow. I feel like I burned. I did just burn my tongue and the roof of my mouth. I burned 3 lip hairs. 3 mustache hairs came with it. Just got singed on the way down.
Yeah, you smell burnt hair now.
Yeah.
Because the bread touched your face.
Oh, it was bad.
That's interesting, though, you bring up the hot coffee McDonald's lady, because that's always one I love telling people about, because everyone just knows it as some idiot burned themselves with coffee and then sued McDonald's because the coffee was hot. It's that's not what happened. She got 3rd-degree burns and went into shock.
Yeah, it's also great marketing on McDonald's part, because that's the story they told.
They did a great job of twisting it, but actually she actually won. She got McDonald's to pay for her medical bills because she didn't want a huge settlement. She just wanted hey, pay for my new crotch flesh, because they had to do skin grafts. They had to literally do skin grafts on her thighs, and then they found they were serving the coffee at it was 100 degrees over what it was supposed to be or something.
Yeah,
that they're no one should be handed a liquid this hot ever.
Yeah, you might as well hand them a gun.
Yeah, a gun with cream and sugar on it. And and so she was in the hospital for a couple weeks, and then she sued McDonald's to be like, "Hey, can you help me? It's my skin." And she won. So really, it's a story of a lady beating a corporation with her singed thighs. But
you may have to cut this. I'm just telling you now.
Okay, great.
But it is as terrible as what happened to her was, and McDonald's really put her through the ringer to get that money. Yes. They did not make it easy. It was a long, arduous thing. But imagine it to me, in a very removed way, it feels like when my friend's place got robbed and they had insurance, so then the insurance covered a lot of stuff, but it in order to cover some of the stuff that got robbed, they just basically got money to buy new versions of that stuff, so they ended up having a new better TV for the TV that got stolen, and new window panes for the window panes that got broken and stuff like that. And I'm just imagining what it would be like to win that settlement and get a whole new pussy.
That is just you took me on this kind of little walk. I was not expecting it to end there. I mean, Yeah, who says money can't buy happiness?
You get a new model. You get yeah. Grandma could be ruining men's lives with that new tight shit.
Yeah, she looks at her husband just like, and you think I never get you anything nice, It's even worse if the pussy shows up in a box, Yeah, here's your new one.
And just like IKEA, it's like missing 2 screws.
Yeah,
you got to send off for the other screws.
I have to attach the Florbin to the Gyorkenkarg? What is
Oh, man. Okay. So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you believe in any sort of like clairvoyance or like being able to see the future or have influence in any way on predetermined events, like premonitions or horoscopes, any of that stuff?
I mean, not really. Like, I don't necessarily think I don't believe in psychics necessarily, but I don't know. There's some weird shit like I've heard of or witnessed. You know what I mean? Like I've had like relatives that have like weird, like they call somebody and be like, hey, you need to check on this person. And then they go check and like they were having a stroke or whatever. And this other person like,
wow.
Yeah, my cousin had one of those. It was a weird one. And like she just knew that someone needed to check on one of our uncles. It's like, so like that stuff kind of like weirds me out of like, And then like really vivid deja vus are super weird because I kind of have them as dreams ahead of time. Like I'll have like a dream of something, and then that's where I'll have the deja vu later of like, ooh shit, this is what I saw, like in my dream. And I know the thing with deja vu is like it's just something that can happen often enough that your brain just kind of recognizes it as the same. But so I don't know. That's kind of, I know it's a really non-committal answer I just gave you, but I don't necessarily believe in like looking at a crystal ball and be like, this is what's going to happen. But like that was Dracula. I don't know. I did.
Yeah,
Dracula
I was
voice.
like, why is that a vampire?
Call me now, and I will read your tarot cards.
Yeah, I think
that was my Dracula Miss Cleo, by the way, is what I was doing.
Yeah, no, I could tell.
What about you? What about you? Is
that impression is very racist to people who don't exist. All those Jamaican vampires. Ooh, we gonna get some emails. Y'all out here playing games. Okay. Hey, I just want all y'all Jamaican vampires to know that was not me. Okay. Ooh, you gonna be in trouble. Because I know at least one of them from Twilight gonna come after you.
Well, I guess I need to take this opportunity now to apologize to the Jamaican vampire community.
No, it's too late. You can't do the apology in the same episode you did the thing.
I gotta wait for the backlash. Then I gotta.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm glad you don't have Twitter because they be coming for you right about now.
That's true. Well, you can get a hold of me, man. So just call me now.
Oh, okay. We double it down. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a bad boy. I'm an edgelord, Josh. Come on.
Yeah. No. I.
Yeah. What about you? Believe in fucking psychics? What do you?
Here's the thing. This is genuinely, I think. You look at people who look at someone like Usain Bolt, right? So he is one of a handful of people, maybe 3 people in the entire planet that can run as fast.
Who's a Jamaican vampire? Yeah.
You're half right.
It was funny that you immediately then brought up a Jamaican person.
Yeah, no. I haven't disagreed with the way that you've been pulling these through lines together yet. I'm just saying. One day One day there's going to be a reckoning, and you're going to have to sit there by yourself because I warned you.
Yeah, but my dying words are going to be really great. They're going to really tie everything up in a bow. So,
okay.
Just saying.
No, I
what about Usain Bolt though? What were you saying?
Oh, I just look at him and people like him, and we can accept that out of all of the people on the planet, out of like, you know, what are we at now? Like 8+ billion people on the planet. That only
is it 8? I thought it was like 7.
I thought it was still 7 too, but I think we crossed over to 8. I could be wrong though.
It's a lot of fucking people either way.
Yeah, that's the other disadvantage of recording this podcast and just sort of talking is that someone could be looking it up right now and being like, "This guy's a moron. It's still 7. Where did he get an extra billion people?"
If they've been listening the whole time and this is the first time they think we're morons, then good for us for tricking them for so long. So,
I mean, sure, yeah, that's true. But I look at him and the Olympians at his level, and it's like, okay, out of 8 billion plus people, only 3 people can run that fast, and we can accept that. But then if you tell me that someone has some sort of other ability, I'm like, no way. And it's like, maybe just out of probability, maybe out of the billions and billions of people, a handful of people have some sort of feeling or notion or whatever. I can accept that. I don't know if I fully believe in it as like a science or or spiritualism as something that is accessible to everybody. I think that we've proven for the most part that the spiritualism in the 1800s and early 1900s was a complete scam, and how they pulled those scams off. But I do think that, there are little things I have heard, kind of like what you're talking about with check on this person, and then it turns out they were like, we do have little shared experiences of like, and maybe energy is the wrong word, but we do have that about each other. It's like that feeling when someone's staring at you and you can just feel it, even though they were behind you and you had no reason to see them. But for me,
some people are more susceptible than others to like just the energies of other people, and I don't mean energies in like a like kind of a hippie way. I mean like the literal energy that comes off of creatures, and it's why dogs are so good at like sensing things around them and stuff. They're more attuned to that kind of electromagnetic field or whatever. It's people can be more susceptible. Like I think we talked about on a recent episode, but it's like why it's one of the theories of why some people go to like quote haunted places and they feel like, oh, I feel ill in this room. It's usually because there's a lot of bad wiring around there and they're super sensitive to that. Whereas someone else may not feel it.
Sure. So, I think those types of things are possible. I imagine I'd like to think that there's somebody out there who has those sorts of like feelings, like clairvoyance and stuff. But the thing that they can always feel is useless. Like they're just like, oh no, the guy on the bus next to me is about to fart. But then the bus is too packed, so they just have to sit there for the fart.
That's the only shit you can predict. Like that's gonna suck.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
All you can predict are little inconveniences from people.
Yeah. Oh, that lady's about to sneeze. I should back up.
Hey, well, in this day and age, that's life-saving.
Yeah, it could be. You have no idea.
My Aunt Debbie predicted what time I'd be born at.
What?
Yeah, my mom went into labor with me and dropped off my older brother with my Aunt Debbie quick, like when they were going to go to the hospital. Like she just started having like the beginning contractions, and they're just like, well, all right, let's go there. And then just out of nowhere, my Aunt Debbie said, that baby's going to be born at 9:35. And I was. It's a real thing, and it's because of that.
No,
my mom,
I
every
believe
year,
you.
every year on my birthday, my mom calls me at 9:35 a.m. because I'm the only one that she like knows the time I was born. Just because, I mean, it's written down elsewhere, but my brother's, I just don't think that one just sticks in everyone's head because out of nowhere, my fucking aunt just lobbed this amazing, full court shot. 935 buckets.
Turns out your aunt was also like a midwife, so she just can tell from the contractions, like, oh, this is going to be a 3-hour baby. It's going to take a while.
Is that the spinoff to 90 Day Fiance? Is 3-hour baby? But yeah, so like that. That's fucking weird.
Yeah,
I have nothing more to say about it than that's fucking weird. Was that just a really lucky shot? Maybe. Did something tell her 9:35 in her head? I don't know. Never really asked her.
I wouldn't even want to know. I wouldn't even broach it. She might accidentally tell you how you die or something. You don't even want to know.
Would you? That's a question. That's one that always comes up with people. If you could know about your own death, would you want to? Like if you knew when you were going to die.
Yeah. I guess that then leads to the other question of like, if you found out, could you change it, or is fate sealed? And so,
right.
I guess if I could change it and it was something very dumb, then I would try to both find out and change it. But if it was something that was like a little bit more inevitable, I would just try to enjoy my life as much as possible up until the point.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, if this is like, oh no, you're going to die in this day no matter what. And it's like, well then I'm going to live for that day then. I'm going to do everything I can to just have fun and make people happy.
Yeah. But if someone was like,
and I don't got to worry about really saving money, because if I know what day I'm going to die.
you're going to die at this club. It's like, oh, I just won't go. I already don't like clubs. They're too loud. Who dragged me there?
That's like, if the prediction is of a place I don't like going. Like, I don't even like bars like that. Why'd I go there?
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny that you mentioned your aunt, because I knew a kid in high school who in front of me. So I guess his parents were there, and I feel like this was for science class or something, the reason he was asking. But he was like, Mom, what time was I born? And she was like, you were born right at noon. And then he was like, okay, AM or PM? And she just did the thing you did. She just sighed. Like,
I mean,
she just sighed forever.
That is one that people fuck up a lot, because people think that 12 p.m. is midnight. A lot of people do, and they're wrong. But
yeah, but he wasn't even doing that. Because the number wasn't 12.
He was saying which noon. Said, that's true. Which noon?
Yeah. She said noon, and he said, okay, AM or PM.
Yeah.
Which is a special type of dumb. Like, it wasn't as if...
Lunch noon or dark noon?
Yeah.
Which noon was I born at?
That dude, and then she went,
and disowned
she exhaled
him.
It was tobacco. Like it was a huge cigar. Oh man, yeah. I don't know. I have been thinking about it a little bit, just because I have had my own run-ins with fortune tellers that have not been pleasant.
God, that is a loaded intro. I've had my run-ins with fortune tellers.
So, because I grew up in Louisiana, and so when I would go to New Orleans, and this is much later, this is like when I'm in college and going to New Orleans and stuff. When I would go to New Orleans, they're just in like a French Quarter and stuff, and you're just chilling. As
somebody from Louisiana, how big is like the for lack of a better word, the voodoo stuff down there? And I don't mean like everyone's practicing it, but I mean like how much of it is put on for touristy stuff in New Orleans, and then how much of it is like still kind of a cultural thing circling?
It is. I would say it's closer to 50-50 than you think.
Really? Okay. That's
because I've met lots of people who genuinely, especially as the movement towards Wicca got big when we were in like high school and college.
Yeah.
I think that reignited a lot of the voodoo stuff that was in the South.
Okay.
And so a lot of it, if you're taking a tour, it's put on. Like a lot of it is obviously put on.
Yeah.
But then you do meet people. Like I've met a few people who genuinely practice like voodoo, witchcraft, like old religion type stuff. And out of the three of them, only one of them like scared me, where I was like, oh, okay, I don't know if I should be hanging out here.
Yeah.
Because it is a thing of like, you know, there weren't any shrunken heads or anything, but it's like you do have a lot of dead stuff at your house, and I just don't want to be here for it. Yeah, I mean, just be like dried bugs and stuff like that. And I was just like, I'm good. I don't really need any of this around me. And so I remember I went to New Orleans and I didn't even want to get my fortune told because I just think it's a scam, right? My friend paid for the 5-minute consultation, whatever thing, right?
Yeah.
And so then if I didn't just at least stand there, I'd be wasting it because it's like he already paid and was like, it's not for me, it's for him. And so then I do respect this hustle though. So then he pays for my fortune to be told, and then the fortune teller lays out the cards, like these are tarot cards, right?
Yeah.
Lays out the cards, lays out the last card, and goes, ooh, and then scoops up all the cards, and then walks away. And I was like, I think you just paid for me to now believe in that thing, because now I got to track this person down. To be like, what did you see? And it's like, what salesmanship? What really keep them coming back for more?
Maybe it was like a card that was showing your friend killing the fortune teller, and she's like, well, I gotta go.
No matter what it was for the fortune teller to be like, oh. Yeah.
Maybe what if just fortune tellers get bored, and so like every 30th customer they just do something like that?
Yeah, that's how they break their shift.
They flip a card, like, you gotta go.
you need to get out of here now. You need to go now.
So you said that you think fortune teller's kind of a scam.
The curbside ones, I feel like this is what it feels like for me. When a genuinely incredibly talented comic has been doing stand up for like over a decade, and they're still just sort of like chilling at mics and not doing anything else. Right. It's like that level of skepticism for me, where I'm like, all right, like maybe, I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know most people's comedy from anything else. So then if you are really good, I'd love to see it. But like, if you're telling me that you haven't progressed in 12 years, then like, I don't know if I believe you. The same way that if you really have those powers of clairvoyance and you're willing to sell it for $5 to tell a stranger to go to college, it's like, right? Yeah, I don't think I believe you.
Now, I want to follow that analogy a little bit further. So then, what would be the next, like, if we're going comedy equivalent from like open micer, what's the comedy equivalent, the next step up versus the next step up for psychics?
I think those people who genuinely off of recommendations of other people go to people's houses and tell their fortunes and stuff. Like, that's a real thing.
So that's now being like
that's like a showcase comic.
That's like a showcase comic. Yeah. Now you're getting some showcase spots. You're making some money.
Yeah,
maybe you're getting on the road maybe a little bit here and there. That's what the house cleansers are.
Yeah. Because I'm telling you, man, though, there's money in there. If you
you're gonna have a Rolodex of places that need, time or whatever they use. What is it they mostly use to? Is it that?
Oh, I think it's time. Yeah.
Time, right?
And Sage,
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. But then after that, it's the same as comedy. Then after that, it's identical. It's like you get your own show, you get a national tour.
Yeah, maybe a Netflix special.
Yeah. And then you've kind of burned yourself out. You actually don't want to rise too fast. Like you know those people who are just like, have you ever seen one of those things where the person's just like horrifically wrong?
Oh, and like the TV prediction stuff?
The TV prediction stuff, and
Yeah.
like, okay, so especially in the 2000s, there was a huge movement of like almost like akin to back in the day spiritualism, where people would have these like live shows.
Yeah, that's what John Edwards hit that whole thing. The where he would go up to people and be like, "I'm getting something with a J."
Yeah,
and he would just do that over and over again. And as they've found with most of those, it's just having a research team. It's pre-interviews in line. There's all these little tricks they do to get information out of you to make you go, "Oh my God, that is my uncle."
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I feel like
you
I would just
knew
go,
I had an uncle. Like, yeah. You can,
well, when you said your mother was one of 7, I took a wild guess that they weren't all girls.
yeah.
No, I've watched some of those, and it's very funny to me when
My mom was very into some of those when those were on. Yeah. Yeah. My mom, she's on this weird spectrum of mysticism. She there's clearly she kind of believes in some magic a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But and then also she can be very pragmatic. I don't know. She's in that. She's really got one foot in either camp. I think waiting to see who turns out to be right.
Sure. Yeah, man. Because I cannot imagine if there have been psychics this whole time and the world just is the way it is. That would either mean that you know what I feel like it is? I feel like if there really are psychics, and the world is the way it is, they either are only ever using their powers, right down to each human being that has the powers. They're only ever using their powers for personal gain and just keeping it to themselves and taking care of themselves and their family, or they sound too dumb to listen to. They freshly burned their mouth. And so now they're trying to tell everyone, guys, we gotta get out of the building. We got to get out. Oh, did anyone else have that pizza? It's so hot. It's so hot.
They're about to, Pearl Harbor is about to get bombed.
Wait, what are you saying?
The Japanese are about to bomb Pearl Harbor. I need water. I need
What are you saying about my knees?
No, the Japanese. Oh my God, it's on fire. Why would you cook that hot? No, it's Pearl Harbor. Oh.
I'm just saying, I feel like maybe they...
Or, here's my thought. What if they can predict the future, but then they can also predict that if they tell anybody how they're going to make it even worse. So they got to be like, I got to just keep this to myself.
I suppose so. That actually would be a dope movie premise.
That's an interesting
to
movie
be
idea,
like,
right?
Yeah, you
the psychic who knows he can't listen to his premonitions, otherwise it will just screw up time.
What would be really funny about it is that all of this stuff is happening on this Inception Christopher Nolan level, but the actual story world is taking place with a guy just sitting on the train. Because in his mind, he's just thinking about what would happen if he did the thing, and then what would happen, and then what would happen, and then what would happen.
Oh shit!
And
I just realized
it
that
would just
movie.
Be him sitting there.
That movie exists. I just realized.
What is it?
And it sucks. It's the movie.
Are you going to say next?
Next
With Nicolas Cage?
The Nicolas Cage movie. Because
not quite though. Not quite because with Nicolas Cage. Okay, so
but it's the same thing though, where it's it ends. Spoiler alert for next. But it goes through this whole action movie of him predicting stuff, but then the whole conclusion is that he realizes if he meets this girl, it all goes that way. And so he walks away from her. That's kind of how it all goes, isn't it? Or it takes a huge step back and undoes a lot of the movie, where it's just you realize that's all just premonitions.
Yeah, I feel like it did to the middle of the movie, though.
Maybe.
Maybe not when he met her, but also... This whole tangent was
too.
Yeah, sure. Butterfly effect is a much better movie.
Damn it! This movie's been written and it wasn't good either way. I had a good movie in my head. I remember it being fine when I first saw it when it came out, and then I'm sure if I watch it now, I'll be like, there's major plot holes in it, which is fine. But when you have a movie that has like strict rules, and then you at one point you just decide to not follow the rules, because that's like how he gets out of prison, is by the movie breaks its own rules.
I feel like we started on a talk about if we believe in premonitions and stuff, and we've now moved on to spoiling every movie from 2005.
Well, I may not believe in psychics, but I could have predicted that would happen.
I knew this would go off the rails enough.
I knew it. I knew we weren't going to stay on topic.
Anybody want to know the international treasure? I'm crazy out here.
Hey, I'm holding back right now to going off on butterfly effect more, so,
Yeah, this is honestly the movie version of the air hockey conversation for listeners. This is this. I can only imagine if you really thought we were going to go somewhere interesting, and then we were like, yeah, but our movie idea.
No,
someone watched our worst pitch meeting happen in real time right now.
Oh, I would love it if we did a pitch meeting where in the room we realize the movie we're pitching has already been made and we don't like it. Imagine that, like doing that, like at a conference table with studio execs, and then be like, "Oh no, wait, that's like next. Oh, that wasn't good. Never mind. Thanks for having us."
Yeah, I'm so sorry to take up literally any of your your day.
Now those Danishes out front, are those for anyone or?
I find when you have to ask, they're not for you.
No, they're not. You got to be confident and take them.
People usually tell you when the Danishes are for you.
I don't know.
I've just never been to a place where I could have the Danishes and no one told me. Yeah. Any place that I've seen Danishes and then wondered if I could have one, I was not important enough to have a Danish.
I don't know. That sentence just tickled me. That was up there with either be a magnet or don't. It was just, it just had that same energy to it.
It's way too many words to put on a t-shirt, though.
It is, but whatever. I like cumbersome merch.
Is that the name of the company?
Yeah, that's my new merch company, Cumbersome Merch. We make T-shirts and stickers that are all just fucking heavy. Just everything. It's just hard to lug around. All the they're extra thick. You get real sweaty in them. Anyway,
what else think?
What
were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna segue back into magic. What's up?
Oh no, just I did get a fortune cookie one time that predicted the next day that I had.
Really?
Yeah.
How so? What did it say?
Okay, so the fortune cookie was, that esoteric language they all use and everything. So that was like, it was like you will.
I don't know if I'd call it. It's fake esoteric.
Sure, but it's still an attempt at the thing. Like,
no, for sure. It's trying to sound profound, but when you think about it for any amount of time, you go, that's the most vague shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me see what my lucky numbers are.
It was like, you will have to be more flexible than you've ever been before, which was like weirdly direct, right?
Because it was also like when you're eating Chinese food too, getting full, you don't want to think about, I gotta limber up now.
Right?
I got the meat sweats. I'm gonna lay down after this. I gotta start stretching out my hammies. Shit. Am I about to get chased? Am I about to get chased right now? Tell me. You have to tell me, fortune cookie, if I'm about to get chased right now. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, just it was like, you will have to be more flexible than you've ever been before, which is already like a real full sentence for a fortune cookie.
And could mean a variety of things.
Yeah, when I broke it open, I was like, this needs to be also on the back. You can't really fit this many words.
Yeah, I needed a deciphering on the back.
Yeah. And so, So then the next day, I realized that I had a date, and this particular date, I was supposed to cook at home for the date.
Okay.
Right? I forgot that up until like 2 hours before.
Wow, that's a big thing to forget there, bud.
Because in my mind, I was like, oh yeah, I never asked where we were going to go. And then I looked through the text again. I'm like, oh no, it's here. And it's like, and I got to cook something like now.
So I'm assuming you offered it then.
Yeah.
And forgot that you offered to me. Because that shit would be on my mind ever since I offered it.
Yeah, but it had been like a week or something. And so then I was just looking like left and right nonstop for like different things that were already in the fridge, right? And nothing that could make a meal was there.
Yeah.
Nothing that it was nothing that wouldn't look like I learned to cook in prison.
Right, yeah.
So then I had to run.
Prison spread.
Yeah, right. I had to run to the grocery store, and then was trying in the moment to decide what I was going to cook. So then I could have just gone with something easy like spaghetti, meatballs, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. But I was like, it didn't occur to me that I could just do something simple, because then in my mind, if I went too simple, it would look like I cooked up 2 TV dinners or something. So, I really wanted to like do something impressive. And so I settled on a chicken parm.
Okay.
Which already, not crazy. Not like, it's not a souffle, you know what I mean? But I was getting, the ingredients I was getting were too, like, I could have just bought the sauce, you know what I mean? Some cutlets, whatever. I still, in my mind, was like, it didn't occur to me that I could just simply buy the cutlets, bread them, heat them up, bake them, whatever, get the sauce ready, throw the sauce on, throw the cheese on. I went way back. I went like, I just bought a whole chicken.
And now I got to learn how to cut its head off and pluck the feathers.
Right. So I just bought this whole chicken. And then I didn't buy the sauce. I bought like tomatoes and basil and like pepper and like just like I passed the sauce to get this stuff.
Wow. So you, having completely forgotten that you were going to make dinner at home, you decided now's the time to learn how to make everything from scratch.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Because in my head, I was
I give you credit for the confidence. I give you.
It wasn't confidence. It was a panic.
Yeah. I was trying to dress it up for you, but I've never in a panic bought a whole chicken. What do I? Oh, I guess this. So I admire how unearned confident your panic attacks are.
And so I rush back home, and luckily it's not like too far, but I've burned 30 minutes, so now I have an hour and a half, which already does not seem like enough time.
Doesn't leave a lot of room.
Yeah, to get this whole raw chicken in any form of edible. Without poisoning both of us.
Right. Wait, so did you decide to try to cook the whole chicken?
Yeah, in my mind, it was going to be quicker to cook the whole chicken than cut a piece off and cook it.
Obviously not. Fucking obviously not.
Because I also
so much faster to just cut a little piece off and cook that.
I thought the juices would flow better and stuff. I thought like...
Wow.
And so then I was trying to do so many things at one time. I was like grating the cheese because I had bought a block of the like Parmesan cheese. So I was grating the cheese onto a cutting board, and then I was also chopping up the tomatoes and like dicing some onions, all the stuff. And then the chicken was like, right on the stove and everything.
Right.
And then I don't remember what I was trying to do that I had to move the chicken, but basically I was also trying to make this like appetizer that was also breaded. So maybe it was like mozzarella sticks or something. I was trying to make something that was like that also breaded.
Dude, jeez.
Yeah, this is a bad idea. And then I end up moving the chicken.
I'm now really glad that my panic attacks are I just kind of sit down and freak out for a while and don't decide to just plan a 3-course meal from scratch. I'm glad I panic differently.
3 courses, please. So anyway,
you already got apps in a whole chicken.
So anyway, I had to move the chicken to make more room because the kitchen was not like a real kitchen. It's like a half kitchen. So then
Where was this at? Was this
It was in Chicago.
Was this your studio?
Oh, yeah. This is, and so then I move the chicken from the stove to the fridge, and the fridge door is just staying open because I'm just in and out of it, like grabbing stuff, putting stuff back, everything. And then I am trying to basically get these mozzarella sticks ready because in my mind, this is also very backwards, but in my mind, I was like, if I can at least get the mozzarella sticks done, I could always...
Yeah.
I could always finish the mozzarella sticks and then be like, oh, yeah, and I had a great follow-up, but we're going to have to order out. Like, because at least there's something, you know what I mean? Take care of the easy stuff first, right? So then... as I'm moving the chicken, it's on a plate in the fridge, right? Fridge door is just open. I don't know what happened to make this happen, right? But it just starts to, maybe it was because of how I quickly placed it there, but it just starts to almost roll out of off of the plate and out of the fridge. Yeah. And so then I make a jump to catch it because I'm like, this chicken cannot fall on the floor. Right. Like I'm already not making a good dinner. You know what I mean? And I've done all the stuff, like where you take the syringe and you put it in the chicken and stuff like that. Like I've already. What do you call it? Is it basting? What's it called? It's basting,
but like the way the hand signal, like your hands are so far apart in the miming you're doing, it looks like you're harpooning it.
Yeah, I was just shooting spices and stuff into the chicken.
What is this hand movement you're doing?
I don't know. I didn't know what I was doing then.
It looks like you're trying to line up a pool shot, but you've never played before.
And so basically, it starts to roll off of the plate and out of the fridge, and so I make this move to catch it. So I catch it in my left hand, and I'm leaning to keep standing where I am because I didn't jump for it to hit the ground because I felt like it would still either fall on my face and I would get like raw chicken in my eye, or it would just hit the floor. So I'm holding the plate with the chicken on it. Then, for whatever reason, once again, I cannot explain why this happened, but I think it was because as I was making the move to put the chicken in the fridge, I was also pulling the oven door down to put the mozzarella sticks in. So now I've got my chicken in my left hand extended out to one side, and the oven door is continuing to fall. Now, like I said, I've mentioned this in previous episodes about my studio. My studio was not made for people to live in, okay? So if you pull the oven door all the way down, it like that is the kitchen. Like you now have to step over the oven door to like move around, right?
Yeah.
So then
I think that's a lot of studios, a lot of small apartments that just have like here's a tiny kitchen. You can do one thing at a time.
Yeah, and so then I catch the oven door with my foot because I'm still trying to keep like room for myself in this general like kitchen area. And so I'm holding the mozzarella sticks in my right hand. I'm holding the raw chicken in my left hand, and I'm holding the oven door up halfway with my right foot. And then I thought to myself, wow, the fortune cookie was right. And then I dropped all of it.
I forgot how this fucking started. I'm gonna be completely, and you just tried to blow past it. I'm just like, yep, I had to be very flexible. Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I ended up dropping the chicken on the floor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then I'm now past sidekicks and fortune cookies and everything. How'd this date go?
I mean, not well. There was nothing to eat.
Did you even get the mozzarella sticks done?
No, it looked really bad. It looked really bad.
Oh.
It looked like I shot a bunch of mozzarella sticks in the face. Because I don't know how they get mozzarella sticks to close. Yeah. Like mine just looked like 2 dry logs with all the mozzarella seeping out when I pulled it out of the oven.
Okay. You did breading around them and everything?
The breading was what held. So,
okay.
The breading was holding like a log, and then the mozzarella just seeped out, and it...
Okay. Did you cover the ends, or did you just roll it on the sides?
I don't remember what I did, but whatever I did was wrong.
I mean, I don't know why I'm asking. I don't really have notes to make it better. I'm just trying to...
Yeah. I mean, when I pulled it out, it was really bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you feel like you could have better heeded the fortune cookies warning? How do you feel like you could have used that warning of tomorrow you'll have to be more flexible than you ever have been?
I think I should have just ordered in and thrown all the takeout boxes away.
I should have just lied.
Yeah, 100%.
Is what I should have done.
Because now I bought a whole chicken, dropped it on the floor, and everything that I squeezed into it is just shooting out. It was like a firework.
Like a poultry water balloon.
Yeah, because it hit the ground too hard, so then it just exploded in my kitchen. So that's the other reason I didn't get anything else cooked, was because I spent that whole time that I had left cleaning up the walls and the floor, because I was like, even if I cook the most amazing chicken parm now, it's going to smell like raw chicken juices all in my kitchen.
Oh, man. My favorite thing about doing this show is how we can start with any topic, of even starting with mysticism, the idea of premonitions and psychics, and it still ends with you just dropping shit.
I didn't even know a chicken could do that. Like, you would think the chicken had way more holes than the one that I was putting all the juices into.
Right.
Because it legit it was like someone put a stick of dynamite in it, because obviously it didn't explode where there was like a chicken wing over here and a thigh over there. But
if anyone would find a way to do it, it'd be you, bud.
But dude, when I tell you, I could swear that I dropped it from like maybe slightly above waist height. So it's not like I threw it down or like I was holding it up and it
spiked it in victory.
Yeah. And the way that it shot, like just turmeric and like chicken stock juices all over the drawers. Mm-hmm. Like my sink wasn't like I had to clean my sink because it like some of it like was it got everywhere. It got like in the fridge door because the fridge is still open. So now there's chicken juices. The fridge door. I was so angry. I was so upset because at the moment that I caught everything, I really felt like I was styling on life.
Right.
Because it's like, ooh, I caught the chicken. I got the mozzarella sticks. In my other hand, I got the oven door. Like I felt like, I felt like a single dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Really, just doing it all.
But then
juggling all the responsibilities.
I dropped the chicken and got chicken juices on my knees, and then the mozzarella sticks burned out. Like they just leaked immediately.
Right.
And so then I just had a bunch of chopped tomatoes on a cutting board next to some Parmesan.
And a sheet of melted mozzarella.
Yeah. I didn't even have if I had lettuce, I could have made like some sort of like caprese salad or something. But but I didn't even have any lettuce. I didn't think to get any.
Well, I think that settles the debate. Fortune cookies are real.
Yeah.
It's actual magic. He should have been more flexible. He needed to be. All right. Mystery solved, I think.
Yeah, if you ever get a fortune cookie that's like a whole sentence, you should burn it.
Yeah. Do you think that solves it or just gets it out of your mind at least?
I would be interested in what burning a fortune from a fortune cookie would do.
Well, I mean, probably nothing since they were just something invented by a guy in San Francisco. But and they have no ancient mysticism wrapped up in them at all.
Sure, but I'm just saying, maybe if I burned it, then, I would have been able to at least throw together some hot dogs.
Why, you think that would have made the date go better?
I think having
as if she came over to your apartment,
any food prepared would have made it better.
I don't know. For me personally, I'd rather know someone screwed up trying to make something good than if I got there and they're like, "Yeah, I made hot dogs." And I'd be like,
"Okay,
really?
Would you rather?
Yeah,
have a hot dog or not eat?" Those are your options at 7:00.
Well,
we can always go somewhere.
Yeah, so we can always go somewhere. I'd rather do that than have apartment hot dogs with a person I'm trying to get to know.
How are apartment hot dogs worse than you said that they're worse than like baseball stadium hot dogs?
When you're going to someone's apartment expecting dinner and that's what they have, that's just a letdown. Because you don't even have to like cook those.
Can I tell you though? Can I tell you right now? Look, I'm just trying to be honest with you. Let me tell you right now.
Go ahead,
you sound a little bit like a gold digger. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Because I'm out here trying to do my best. Okay.
Yeah. And you're
I
throwing
told
chicken
you I bought
to the
whole
ground.
Chicken. All right.
Yeah.
I already told you. So
yeah, you bought the whole chicken.
Left,
you had no idea what to do with it. No, see, this is how you get you, and you do that, and you try to vamp to find something to say back because I'm right. I'm right.
You're not right.
You screwed up by buying a whole chicken and having no idea what to do with it. That's on you. That's your fault.
Look, all I'm saying is, if I attempted to cook you a nice dinner, right, then you want to come over to my place and scoff at my apartment hot dogs, as you call them.
I wouldn't scoff at them to your face. I'd eat the hot dogs and be polite, and then we'd never go on another date unless you were like
trifling.
Unless we really hit it off, Josh. We could really hit it off.
You're trifling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm out here doing my best. Okay. I hope you like your dry mozzarella sticks because apparently your standards, I can't meet them. So let me give you what I got, which was the crispy, burnt, breaded part of the dry mozzarella.
Mm-hmm. To go with my floor chicken.
Chew on that.
Yeah, you really got me, bud. You really dunked on me by making me eat the food you fucked up. You really got me. You really got me with that conclusion there, buddy. Yeah? Oh, you think you're so high and mighty? Eat this horrible thing I made. Yeah. You're a bad person. What does that even... I don't even know what you're trying to prove.
Yeah. No, in real life, the date was fine, especially after I explained what happened. It was funny because after I explained what happened... there was this moment where what you're talking about should have happened, where this person should have like scoffed at me and been like, wow, this guy does not have it together. But then maybe it was just the way that I described it. They acted like it happened to me. So then
were they like, I'm so sorry?
Yeah. Which is actually really nice of them.
That is really nice. No, and I'm not saying they should scoff at you and write you off. I'm just saying you're going to start at a deficit if you invite somebody over for a nice dinner and then all you have is hot dogs. That's what I was trying to convey.
Can I tell you, though?
Yeah. Because there might be some people who got married because of that, because of bad apartment food.
Just this week, actually, my girlfriend went to go get a COVID test, and while she was getting her COVID test, it was like raining, and she was like had to stand in this line for a really long time, longer than it took me to vote, and it's pouring, and so it's like, man, if she doesn't have COVID, she's definitely gonna give me a cold, because this is not good conditions to say you're about to go in a medical facility, right?
Right, yeah.
And so then she texted me and she was like, hey, do you want to start dinner for me? And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, I tried to play it off like cool, like, hey, it's okay, babe, I got you, And then immediately after she sent that text, I panicked and I was like, what did we even say we were going to have for dinner? So then I
bought a whole chicken. Anytime Josh panics in a grocery store, just this.
See, you trying to bring up old stuff.
Yeah, old shit that we covered minutes ago.
But then I started this curry, and I had watched her make the curry a handful of times, right? She's made it plenty of times, but I've only ever really paid attention a few times. And I tried to do it myself, and man, it was like, so basically she gets in the apartment, she's soaking wet. I feel so bad. And then she's like, have you started it? And in truth, it's almost finished, right? So it was wrapping up as she got back. But then I was like, listen, okay, I don't know if I burned the couscous or not. And I'm going to tell you, I started boiling the water, but the water won't boil right, okay? So then I tried to boil another pot of water, and then I just had to pour that out. So maybe I'm trying to boil too much water, okay? But I chopped up the carrot, chopped up potatoes, got sweet potatoes in there. I did everything I was supposed to do, but the curry won't act right. And then once again, she was like, oh, it'll be okay.
And then at that moment, the fridge just popped open and a chicken rolled out.
Yeah. Blood everywhere. Can you imagine? Because that was the thing. It took me so long to clean up all that chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would that, like, even if there were specks of blood on me at the beginning of the day, just look, I know what it looks like, but it's chicken, I swear.
Yeah. Anyway, you just stay here. I'm going to go clean myself off. Here's a cookie sheet of cheese.
Yeah, I'm going to clean
Peel
myself
off whatever
off.
You want.
You just stay right there. You don't move, okay? You don't move, because you might step in chicken juices.
Don't move.
And then she looks over in the corner, and there's just a chicken laying in the corner like it's been shot in the face.
Oh, I thought you meant the cooked chicken. Like, you didn't even pick it up. You just pushed it to the side to deal with later.
No, it wasn't a cooked chicken. It was raw.
Right.
Yeah.
Should have been more flexible.
Fuck you. Thank you so much for listening to the Josh Johnson Show. If you want to follow us during the week when we're not doing the show, when we're just living our lives, you can find us what?
I just like that.
That's true.
I know, and I just like the explaining of, if you want to follow us, not at this moment, but if you want to know what we're doing aside from this. No, it was a good explanation. It just, I don't know, made me chuckle. Where can they find you, Josh?
You can find me on Instagram at Josh Johnson Comedy, on Twitter at Josh Johnson, Facebook at Josh J Comedy, and YouTube at Josh Johnson Comedy, where we are going to be posting full episodes of this very show.
Might
and if you're
be
looking
this
for
one.
Logan,
Really depends how Logan's editing goes. Maybe this is one. We'll find out. If you want to find me, I'm on Instagram at Logan M. Nielsen. And if you want to email us here at the show, you can email joshjohnsonshow@gmail.com. We're actually coming up this next week. We're trying something different. Instead of our Monday minisode, we're doing a little mailbag Monday. So we're actually going to be answering some emails and talking about some reviews there. We're going to try it. We're just going to see how it works as a separate thing, because we're getting a lot of emails. We want to keep up with them and give you guys your credence, because we really, really appreciate you guys reaching out. We're continually amazed at how many people we get reaching out to us. And I'm going to say this one, we haven't mentioned this in a while, but our theme music is by Brad Kemp. He's a great music producer, and he's part of a hip-hop comedy group called Handsome Naked, and they have a new podcast that they just started. It's on YouTube. It's called Triple Teamed with Handsome Naked, and you can watch that. And eventually, I'm not sure when, but me and Josh are both in separate episodes, so you can find us there. But I wanted to give him a shout-out because his music's great, and it was a fun time. And now I'm going to be done talking.
Should I stop recording?
I have been absolutely obsessed. I don't know if you've heard, but there has been a viral Chase money glitch. Okay, if you haven't seen it, basically someone on TikTok said that there was a money glitch at Chase where if you deposit a check for a large amount, an amount you don't have, it will let you withdraw the full amount that you just made up, right? And that is just check fraud. That's actually the plainest fraud you can do. To walk up to an ATM and be like, I'd like to lie, please. That's not legal at all. And so I saw the TikTok and I was like, uh-oh, I hope nobody does this. I hope nobody does. I hope not a single person does this. I hope no one does it because it's the worst type of fraud you can do. I hope nobody does this at all. And then I went to Twitter and 6,000 people had done it. Like, in the time that I saw it, there were already people who were like, yo, we out here living. And watching people you don't know commit fraud is like watching your uncle wear a suit he thinks he can pull off. You know what I mean? Like, you're just like, no, not in front of everyone, not in front of everyone. Because that's what it was. It was in front of everyone. They not only did the check fraud, but they all made videos, which is how I was watching. This wasn't a rumor. I was like, that's a high definition camera that you are committing crimes in right now. I am so, man, the jails will be full. That's a lot. Because, you know, they were playing with money that they didn't really have, and they were spending it on things they shouldn't have been spending it on. And so, you know I'm not the first person to say this. I'm late when it comes to saying this, but I need to say it just to reiterate one more time in case anybody doesn't understand why check fraud is a very, very bad idea. They went to Chase Bank, right? And then they wrote their name all over a check. And then they went to their bank, which was Chase Bank, with their name on that check, and then put that fake money into their account, which your bank account has every number that makes you identifiable. Like, your bank has your address. It has your social security number. It has the numbers of places you used to live. Like, they have so much information about you. Chase might as well just go to the police station and be like, we need to make a few printouts. And so So people were doing the check fraud, but then this is the other thing. This is what happened. This is why people started doing it, right? Basically, the glitch, as people were calling it, some of it was just straight up check fraud because they will give you a portion of the check because they haven't verified the check yet, but it's law that they have to make a portion available immediately, right? And so there was a mistake for maybe, who knows, 10 minutes, an hour, where someone put in a check and it gave them the full amount immediately. It did not do that for most people. Most people got a portion. So when you see them throwing money, they definitely had to pick it up right after. Like, it's like... Don't let the internet lie to you. Like, they threw that money for the video, and then they were like, oh, God. I always, whenever I see stuff like that, I always think to myself, like, y'all didn't factor in the wind at all. Like, you balling for these next 3 seconds, but as soon as there's a gust, you're going to be running into traffic, screaming, no! And so basically, there was that side of the glitch. Another side of the glitch was that there were people who were also requesting loans, like pretty high loans. And the loans were also appearing, for some reason, appearing in their bank account in full, even though all the money wasn't available, right? So that part is a mistake on Chase's part on the website. But what's actually happening when they were withdrawing the money was just a little bit was coming out. That little bit was just a portion of a bigger amount, right? But then Chase caught on pretty quick because they posted it to the internet, right? Which is where Chase also is. If Chase was one of these mom and pop banks where mom worked the teller and dad was the personal banker, maybe they would have gotten away with it for quite a while. But because Chase is also on the internet, Chase saw the mistake they were supposedly making. They corrected it immediately. They put a 7-day hold on people's accounts that were affected by this activity, right? But then, because they never had the money and because they already withdrew some of the money, they were getting negative balances as high as $72,000, right? Which red $72,000, I think I'm just gonna change my name. That's when you open your bank account and you go, whose bank account is this? I don't know him at all. I am moving. But this is why you shouldn't let the internet lie to you, not just because they give bad advice with no repercussions, but also because there were people that were faking it. There are people that were faking the glitch, literally just to go viral. There were people who were going to the ATM, withdrawing their real money, not doing the scam, then throwing the money in the air for the video, and then immediately being like, y'all, help me. There were even people who were pretending, using other people's screenshots, pretending that they also had a negative $48,000 balance. And it was all just for attention. And it's so important to remember that. It's important to remember that half of the internet is for attention. Almost none of this is real. I could be AI. None of this is real. And so when you take things that are fun on the internet and you bring them into the real world, you could screw up your entire life because check fraud is so much a felony. Check fraud is one of those felonies that someone does that's not even a dangerous person. It's just you'll be like, man, where is Cousin Willie? I have not seen him at the last 3 Thanksgivings. And then your grandma go, okay, so he got into a little bit of trouble at Bank of America. It was a misunderstanding with her. Because grandmas always try to make you seem like less of a criminal. Like, grandma... You commit a crime and grandma be like, he had an accident. It was an accident. He is a sweet child. It was an accident because basically he got a little argument with one of his friends and then he fell, because they were pushing each other. Then he fell on his friend, but he had just been holding a knife at the time. That's why we praying for him to get out, because I know his spirit. I know my baby. And my baby would never stab someone to death. My baby, how the police know he wasn't trying to get the knife out? You know what I mean? That's why it went in so many times, because it kept slipping in and he kept pulling it out. Why didn't they ask why that man's body was magnetic? Why didn't they do that? My baby ain't no murderer. You do check fraud. Your grandma's like, that's not even his handwriting. But grandma, is his name at his bank put into his account and they just came and got him. Yeah, but I don't know. When a grandma really has nothing for you, when you did it so hard, when you did it in front of her, that's when she's like, I don't know. Because at the end of the day, the one thing a grandma is not is a snitch. Grandmas... Okay. All right. So back in the day, so I grew up in Louisiana, right? And back in the day... We weren't friends, but I knew this kid, and he was like, this kid in my neighborhood was getting arrested, and it was a whole big scene because, like, basically, I don't know what he was getting arrested for, but the police thought that they needed 18 of them. Like, it was, I don't know what he did, but everybody showed up, if nothing else, just to watch. Like, that's... And that dude's grandma came outside screaming, like, he didn't do it. Typical grandma. He didn't do it. He didn't do it. And then she tried to fake a heart attack. I was like, damn, grandma a G right here. That's probably what G stands for if you go back all the way. She was like, don't take my baby. Don't take. Oh no, my heart. And you could tell she was faking it too, because she like really planned the fall. Like the fall, because she knew she couldn't just fall however she wanted to fall. She may never get up again. So she was in her little nightgown and everything, looking for a soft spot on the ground. Oh no, not my baby, my heart. I just can't stress it enough. Please do not do wire or check fraud. It's like, it's so easy to not do. We're all not doing it right now. And I don't want to, look, I'm not coming from some holier than thou place either. I understand crime. I understand why people do crime. Like, if you've ever been broke, you get crime. Crime makes so much sense if you're broke. I don't understand when rich people do crime, because they already have things. Do you know what I mean? If you do crime as a rich person, you're really doing it for the love of the game. If you are a multi-millionaire and you embezzle hundreds of thousands of dollars, you're doing it for chips. Like, this isn't... You just felt like being bad or something, trying to spice up your life. A poor person doing a crime makes so much sense. I don't have anything. I don't have anything. That's a thing. I'd like to have it. Simple math, you know? I've been hungry. You hungry? Man, I wish I had something to eat. But on this planet, in this country, we trade money for things to eat. And I don't have any of that. So I guess I just won't eat. And then you don't eat for long enough that you're like, damn, the food is right there. You know what? Today's the day. I'm gonna do a crime. And then you grab an apple or something, and then, you know, grocer sees you, and you try to run, but you can't because you don't have any energy. So you get caught, and it's all very sad because you get charged with theft, but you took it because you were hungry. Like, crime when you're broke makes sense, you know? We don't like it, but it's true. It just does. And it's weird because it's like, Chase isn't... Chase... This is what bothers me about the whole thing. It was dumb of these people to do it. But to do it to Chase is like weirdly full circle. Chase got bailed out in 2008 for about $12 billion. And they needed those $12 billion because they were playing with money that wasn't theirs, and they were... They made the video, it just didn't go viral. You know what I mean? So it just, I don't know, there's a deep irony in that like, you know, one of the major powerhouses, probably the biggest bank in the country that contributed to near financial collapse, is gonna go ahead and get theirs back from some of the people that they made poor. It's pretty harrowing, you know? But every single one, I don't care if you were a kid, if you were grown, there was a line, by the way. There was a line at the Chase ATM, so a lot of people were doing this at once. There was such a long line. Okay, I didn't know about the scam until late. I am late when it comes to everybody doing this. It's already over, and Chase has like settled it, and they're probably gonna go get their money back. But I was in line one of the days, and I don't look like I wouldn't do it. I'm standing in line like, come on now. Line's never been this long before. That guy's throwing money. That's irresponsible. No. It's just, you know, you should know. I don't care your age. I don't care if it was on the internet or if it was a rumor you heard in real life. You should know that you cannot just take money that's not yours as a poor person. If you want to steal millions of dollars, you need to already have millions of dollars. There is a Chase money glitch. It just only benefits Chase. You know, the only people who can just print money with absolutely no consequence are the Federal Reserve. Everyone else has to deal with it. That's a tough one. It really is. Because I think about how some people are like actually in real like felony trouble. I don't know what I would do if I committed a felony, but I was just joking. This is a terrible predicament to be in. Some of these people are like 20, you know? They're like, guys, I don't know, I just wrote too many zeros, my bad. The only one of these scams that I really thought was like funny and was really rooting for the people on was that DoorDash one, I don't know if you saw this, but basically there was this DoorDash scam that was essentially the same thing. It was kind of tied to a Cash App scam. There are a lot of scams if you pay attention. It is crazy how much we're doing them now, how much we're doing like wire and check fraud. Like we, as Americans, we have become the Nigerian princes of the world. Because I know Nigerians. I know Nigerians from Nigeria. And they are like, what is happening over there? Do you need us to send you something? Like, y'all are down bad as a people and as a country. This is hard to watch. But basically, there was like a DoorDash scam / Cash App scam where basically Cash App was letting you, it was basically letting you have a balance without pulling it from your bank. So then people were saying that they had enormous amounts of money, right? But then weren't able to pull it out. Like they weren't able to transfer this imaginary money to their bank. Thank God they weren't able to do wire fraud, but like they weren't able to send it. But what they could do is, as long as a full transaction was online and they linked it somewhere else, they could pay for things online with this fake money, right? And so what a lot of people would do was use their Cash App fake money to get stuff on DoorDash, which feels like the most fulfilling of the scams, because like you can make me pay back money, but you can't take the burritos out of me. You know what I mean? Like when the police come, I'm gonna be full, all right? And when they put me in the car, that car's suspension will be in trouble. I had the opportunity not too long ago to really be a hero. Like, you know, you don't know when your hero moments are gonna come. They just show up, and then you act like the person you are in that moment. And I had the opportunity to be a hero, and I didn't take it. I looked that moment in the face. I was like, you must be looking at somebody else. I don't know what to tell you. This is bad. Basically, I was at a friend's house, and while I was there, some other people basically broke out into a fight. And like a real fight. We're not arguing. No one's talking anymore. Fists going and everything. And there was a moment where I could see a gap. I could see a pocket where I could have broke it up. And breaking up a fight is a very precarious position to put yourself in, because most fights that you want to break up, especially if it's two people, if it's three, it's gone too far. You know, you're not going to be able to double dutch that one. You know what I mean? But two, you wait for a moment where they're like both tired, or they're trying to wrestle, or, you know, they're backing up to like get started to fight. You know, that little back up hop step. This is usually, okay, when someone doesn't really know how to fight, they do too much prep for the fight. You know what I mean? Like okay, I know I'm digressing to digress, but basically one time in high school, there were these two kids that were about to fight, and I didn't even bother trying to break it up because one kid stretched. And I was like, nobody that's really about to beat you down goes, oh, okay, you about to get it. You just give me a second. I'll be over there in a minute. You just. And so, said all that to say that, you know, there was this moment where they were backing up, and one of them, you could tell he couldn't really fight because his hop, when he was backing up to prep, looked weird, right? Because he didn't hop like you know, like if somebody can really box or if they've got like some movement, some footwork, they have the little hop. This dude went, okay, then here it is then. This man wanted to fight so bad, but just had to step on 1,000 roaches first. Like, in what world is this getting you ready? You look like you've already been hitting your cerebellum when you move like that. But anyway, they get to fighting, right? And I could have jumped in, but I was like, you know what? No. Because when you jump in to stop this fight, you need to be bigger than both people, right? The way you jump in and stop a fight, usually it's hand first, like you get the hand in there so that's the warning. Hey, stop swinging. Somebody else here. You might not hit you might not hit him, you might hit me. Hey, right? And then you put your body in between the two of them. And the idea is that your body will be big enough that they're like, I want to punch, but there's too much to get around. And that isn't the case with me, you know what I mean? Like I want to jump in and stop the fight, you know, like a principal, just like, hey now. Okay, so, all right. I did see, okay, so years ago when I was in high school, I went with a friend to pick another friend up because all three of us went to different high schools, right? And so he could drive first, so he picked me up after school, and then we went to pick up our other friend. Now, our other friend was waiting outside of the school, but a fight had also, a few feet away, had also broken out at the school, and the principal did this exact thing, like, hey now, and you could tell he doesn't want to get in there because the hey nows were too frequent. Like this man, hey now. But he stopped the fight because he was just being too big for both those boys to get at each other, right? And I don't have that. Like if I jump in, I will catch a stray. Like I'm gonna walk right into a fence. Brothers, please. And so then the fight breaks out, and the guy that I thought couldn't fight, it turns out he can fight if he keeps the fight weird, right? Because in fighting, in hand-to-hand combat, in battle, right? You use what you have. You use your hands, fists, elbows, knees, shins, foot, everything that you can. If you wrestle them to the ground using your weight, using leverage, there's just lots of going on with your body when it comes to a fight. But what I've never seen, and I watch fighting. I watch combat sports. I like watching boxing. I like watching kickboxing. I've seen people who can kickbox in real life in like a street fight. I've seen people who can box in real life in a street fight. I've seen people use their knees, like Muay Thai moves, elbows, all that stuff. I've never seen somebody who just grabs. It is harrowing to watch. Because my man is over here trying to like fight, like he's fighting, right? And he's like punching and kneeing and kicking and everything like that. And the other dude, anytime he get close, he just like, So now this dude punching while also being hella uncomfortable. Like, like you can see where he's like, hey, when's this cross over into a different type of assault? Do you know what I mean? Because like because at one point the dude was trying to dodge a punch and then like grab, and I think he thought he was doing kung fu. Because you've seen the movies where they're like, ha, and then like just Black Panther and then you up, you know what I mean? This dude at one point went to dodge a punch, but clearly, we could all see it, clearly grabbed the inner thigh of the dude he was fighting. And you see that dude miss with his punch, but also be like, and so they're fighting and they're fighting and they're fighting. And then there's one point where, the dude who really knows how to fight pushed the grabber away. Because I think he just needed a break. Imagine you beating somebody's ass and they're still like, it's devastating. And so then I realized that I made the right decision, not because I didn't want to be grabbed, but also I knew I made the right decision because when they re-engaged, the dude who knew how to fight, okay. I shouldn't laugh, but all right. I knew I made the right decision when the dude that knew how to fight threw a microwave, right? And I think, okay, this is what I think happened in my mind, right? No one even saw him with a microwave. We didn't know where the microwave came from. You know what I mean? And I think we were distracted because when he pushed the grabber off, the grabber was ready. He was still like had energy, even though he had lumps all over him and everything. And he was just standing like, and I'm not even kidding. At one point, I guess when he thought the fight was about to kick back off, we were all looking at his hand and he went, like, and that must have been when old boy grabbed the microwave, because we were all like, it's weird. And there's a thing about when you're in hand-to-hand combat and you're losing, that's usually when someone reaches for a weapon, but the weapons normally make sense. I'm losing a fight. I'm in a home. I'm gonna grab something that's gonna give me a mechanical advantage, like a hammer or a knife. You know what I mean? Like, one of my favorite things in the world, I've only seen it like twice ever, but one of my favorite things of all time is when somebody in a fight and they hit somebody with a book. Because it's literally poetic. When you hit someone with a book, it makes it feel like the book is in on the fight, right? Like if we're fighting and then I hit you with some James Baldwin, I'm giving you culture, right? I'm educating you. Somebody being dumb, you hit them with an encyclopedia. Read. You know? Somebody talking crazy, you hit them with a dictionary. You're literally giving them better words to use. But the thing about a microwave is that when it's coming at you in the air, it's all corners. When a microwave is hurtling towards your head, it's nothing but angles, all right? You would think it was a diamond, the way that it moves through the air. I guess I had never seen one fly before, so I was like, wow, right? And so then, the best you can hope for, if you can't catch the microwave, if it's coming at you too fast and spinning too hard for you to dodge or stop it, is to just get hit with a flat surface, right? The best case scenario is that you get hit with a microwave that's coming at you door first, like a window. That feels like it has the most give to it. But that didn't happen at all. This dude threw the microwave at the grabber, and that dude got hit in the head with the popcorn button, and
I've never seen a person shut off faster, right? Like, this dude caught a microwave in the head, and you just saw him go. Like, I've never seen someone go limp that fast, right? We were all standing there like, I think he dead. Like, the only reason we knew he wasn't dead is that finally, after like 30 seconds, which 30 seconds when you think you're looking at a dead body is forever. That's... When you think that somehow you might go to jail too, you've been looking at that body all day. But he was clearly like down for 30 seconds, and then we just saw him be like, oh. So, he's fine. He's fine.